Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Welcome along to the latest edition of Wrestling's AEW News and Rumor Roundup. Today, we have stories involving some top stars of the pro wrestling industry, including Cody Rhodes. A former WWE star recently made their debut in AEW's sister company, Ring of Honor. Meanwhile, a major faction in the Jacksonville-based promotion was disbanded. All Elite wrestling star Cody Rhodes had some strong words for the promotion he left in 2022. We've got a bunch of news to cover today, so let's jump right in. Cody Rhodes was the Executive Vice President, EVP, of AEW before he left the company in February 2022. Recently, the American Nightmare opened up about his surprising departure from the Tony Khan-led promotion. On the Bill Simmons podcast, Cody Rhodes said that he had originally chosen to stay silent about the reasons behind his exit, but felt it was time to share his perspective. A clip from the podcast has since gone viral, with Rhodes revealing that he felt disrespected in the very organization he helped build. Last night on Dynamite, the promotion officially confirmed the disbandment of the Patriarchy, a faction comprising Christian Cage, Nick Wayne, Kip Sabian, and Shayna Wayne. Tensions within the group had been escalating since AEW All In Texas, where Nick turned on Cage and seemingly aligned with FTR. The program came to a head this week when Cage returned to TV for the first time since July 12 and attempted to address the betrayal. However, the Patriarch was ambushed by Nick and Sabian. Shortly after, AEW took to X/Twitter and acknowledged the dissolution, posting a picture of the heel duo standing tall. The status of MJF and the Hurt Syndicate unraveled even further on Dynamite last night. Following an intense segment last Wednesday where Bobby Lashley physically ousted MJF from the group, this week, the Wolf of Wrestling was shown trying to reason with Shelton Benjamin to resolve matters. However, Shelton ended up supporting his removal from the group. According to Captain Sean Dean of Shane Taylor Promotions, MJF quit the faction due to a booking decision that required him to face Dean a third time. Dean claimed on X/Twitter that Friedman refused the match and walked away. As MVP, the group's apparent leader has yet to issue a statement. MJF's future with the Syndicate remains uncertain. Former WWE NXT star Oral Mensah made his first appearance under the AEW umbrella, debuting at a recent Ring of Honor taping. The match took place ahead of the latest edition of Dynamite and marked Mensah's first bout since being released by WWE on May 2, 2025. Mensah, who made his name in NXT, faced NJPW's Tomohiro Ishii at the tapings. Though he did not pick up a win, the 29-year-old's performance was reportedly under close watch from AEW President Tony Khan. There is growing positive speculation about his potential future with AEW, particularly if he signs officially and steps into feuds with talents like Kevin Knight, Mike Bailey, and Ricochet. AEW has once again delivered a week packed with surprises, shocks, and emotional farewells that have kept the wrestling world buzzing. From a former WWE superstar finally stepping into the AEW ring to a beloved faction going their separate ways, this week's AEW headlines have been both historic and heartfelt. Add in some fiery comments from Cody Rhodes, who's always one to stir the pot even while operating under WWE's banner, and you've got a landscape that's rapidly shifting with long-term consequences. Here's everything that went down in AEW over the past few days that fans need to know, including some under-the-radar developments that may play a massive role in the months ahead. The biggest headline by far is the highly anticipated AEW debut of former WWE superstar Mustafa Ali. Ali, who had been rumored to be in talks with multiple promotions after his WWE release, shocked the live crowd at AEW Collision by walking through the curtain during the main event segment. Interrupting a face-off between Orange Cassidy and Konosuke Takeshita, Ali's music hit to a deafening reaction. The commentary team played it up as a total surprise, and judging by the crowd's reaction, it worked. Ali, now going by his real name Adil Alam, didn't utter a single word. Instead, he delivered a picture-perfect 450 splash on Takeshita, and shook hands with Cassidy, signaling a babyface alignment for now. This debut has ignited speculation that Ali could quickly find himself in title contention, possibly even challenging for the International Championship at All Out. AEW President Tony Khan later confirmed Ali signing on X, calling him one of the most innovative performers of the last decade. While fans celebrated Ali's debut, they were simultaneously heartbroken by the unexpected breakup of the Dark Order. The popular stable, once built around the late Brody Lee, had been a fan favorite for years due to its unique blend of comedy, loyalty, and darkness. But tensions reached a boiling point this week on AEW Rampage, where John Silver and Evil Uno came to blows during a backstage segment. The fallout came after weeks of miscommunication and mounting losses. In a post-show exclusive, Alex Reynolds confirmed the group's dissolution, stating, "It's time for all of us to walk our own paths. We'll always have Brody, but we're different now." Fans took to social media to mourn the end of a group that had become one of AEW's most resilient acts. While individual members are expected to remain with the company, AEW's decision to close the chapter on the Dark Order has major ramifications, especially as trios competition heats up. Amidst the AEW chaos, WWE's Cody Rhodes made headlines for firing indirect shots during an appearance on a podcast. When asked about AEW's evolution since his departure, Cody didn't hold back. "I built the foundation and handed over the keys. What they've done with it. Sometimes it's brilliant. Other times, it's just noise for the sake of noise." Fans were quick to dissect every word, with many believing Cody was referencing recent criticisms of AEW's lack of long-term storytelling. He also seemingly took aim at the overuse of factions and swerves, noting, "If everyone's in a group, then no one stands out." That's just basic wrestling psychology. While Cody's words may sting for some, they undoubtedly come from someone with an intimate understanding of the AEW system. Whether or not AEW stars will respond publicly remains to be seen, but it wouldn't be surprising to see a tongue-in-cheek dig thrown his way on Dynamite. Elsewhere in the AEW universe, Willow Nightingale and Chris Statlander appear to be on the verge of splitting as well. Following another miscommunication during their tag match against the Outcasts, the tension between the two fan favorites was undeniable. Post-match, Willow walked off alone, leaving Chris looking visibly distraught in the ring. This slow-burn implosion is being carefully paced and could culminate at All Out or Grand Slam. Some fans speculate that this could be a heel turn for Statlander, a move that would certainly shake up AEW's women's division. Nightingale has recently been gaining traction with her bubbly personality and crowd connection, making her a prime candidate for a major singles push. Another noteworthy development involves the Elite, who have been absent from AEW programming following the explosive events of Blood and Guts. Kenny Omega remains sidelined due to ongoing health issues, while the Young Bucks have reportedly been in talks with creative about taking on more backstage responsibilities. Sources within AEW suggest that the Bucks could be stepping away from regular in-ring action to focus more on producing and talent development. With Don Callis' family taking center stage and Bullet Club Gold running roughshod across Rampage and Dynamite, the vacuum left by the Elite's absence is being felt across multiple storylines. A return isn't off the table, but fans may have to wait until Full Gear to see the original Elite trio reunite, if at all. Speaking of Bullet Club Gold, Jay White continues to impress with his dominant performances and charisma. He successfully defended his AEW Continental Championship this week against Matt Sydal in a fast-paced match that highlighted White's ring IQ and adaptability. Post-match, White grabbed a mic and called out MJF, reigniting a feud that had cooled off since Double or Nothing. "Max, you think you're clever? I'm Bullet Club Gold. We don't play checkers. We play goddamn 4D chess." The crowd erupted at the mention of MJF, and speculation is now swirling that AEW may be building toward a White versus MJF clash at All Out, potentially for the AEW World Championship, depending on how the title picture shakes out. Elsewhere in the tag team scene, FTR returned to television in a surprise backstage segment, confronting the Acclaimed after weeks of being MIA. Cash Wheeler teased that they've been watching closely and that AEW's tag division has gotten a little too comfortable. The confrontation ended with Dax Harwood slapping away Max Caster's offered handshake, teasing a full-blown feud brewing in time for the fall PPVs. With rumors swirling that the Young Bucks could be winding down their tag team run, FTR versus the Acclaimed could be the signature feud of the latter half of 2025. In other news, fans were shocked when AEW announced that ROH Pure Champion Katsuyori Shibata will be taking an indefinite leave from in-ring action. According to Tony Khan, Shibata has requested time off to focus on family matters back in Japan. The title has since been vacated, and a tournament will begin on ROH programming next week to crown a new Pure Champion. The first-round matches include Daniel Garcia versus Lee Moriarty and Wheeler Yuta versus Shane Taylor. The announcement drew emotional reactions from fans and wrestlers alike, with many thanking Shibata for lending credibility and prestige to the belt during his reign. Backstage morale is reportedly high following this week's events, as several wrestlers noted that AEW management has been more communicative about upcoming creative directions. In a leaked internal memo, AEW promised to prioritize consistent storytelling and reduced match overlap across Rampage, Collision, and Dynamite. Some insiders believe this is a direct response to online criticism about oversaturation and lack of cohesion. One anonymous source reportedly said, "There's a renewed focus in the locker room. Everyone wants to step up heading into All Out." On the international front, AEW's partnership with CNLL is beginning to take shape in more tangible ways. AEW has confirmed a major co-branded event in Mexico City this October, with AEW stars like PAC, Rey Fenix, and Claudio Castagnoli expected to participate. Meanwhile, Mexican talents including Mystico and Volador Jr. are scheduled to appear on AEW Dark and Rampage in the coming weeks. This initiative is being praised as a bold step in creating cross-promotional momentum and enhancing AEW's global visibility. Finally, Darby Allin has reportedly suffered a minor ankle sprain during his match against Powerhouse Hobbs on Collision. While the injury is not believed to be serious, AEW medical staff is advising Allin to rest for at least a week. With Sting nearing the end of his in-ring career, AEW has been careful about how they're using Darby, who many believe will be the spiritual successor to Sting's legacy. The current plan is for Allin to return in time for a featured match at All Out, possibly tagging with Sting one final time in Chicago. From shocking debuts to emotional farewells, from faction breakups to backstage optimism, AEW is experiencing one of its most dynamic periods in recent memory. As the road to All Out continues, fans can expect more twists, more returns, and possibly even a few betrayals. If this week's developments are anything to go by, AEW is fully locked in on delivering compelling content that speaks to both casual fans and die-hard wrestling aficionados. With momentum swinging in multiple directions, the only certainty is that nothing in AEW stays the same for long, and that's exactly how fans like it. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.